Good evening, students. As in a previous video, we discussed that we are going to start on our social media. A lot of videos are going to come. So, on that series, this is our first video in which today we are going to touch a topic of called a strategy, how to approach a subject. You can only become better in studies when you have a right strategy to approach subject. For this discussion, I would like to invite one of our teacher, Asif sir, that we can continue an in-depth discussion on how to approach a particular subject.
Thank you, Aman sir, for giving me such a great opportunity for this. So, our slide will be look like that. How to approach a subject. So, in this content, our first topic is consistency. Students, actually, consistency is not an optional thing because if you are not consistent in your studies, you are not capable to get a good marks in your examination. जनरली सर होता ऐसा है कि बच्चों के साथ प्रॉब्लम ये आती है कि एक दिन बच्चे ने पढ़ लिया, नेक्स्ट डे नहीं पढ़ा, उसके बाद फिर घर में डांट पड़ी, तो सोचा नेक्स्ट डे मैं 5 घंटे पढ़ूंगा, नेक्स्ट डे फिर नहीं पढ़ा. तो इफ यू आर नॉट कंसिस्टेंट इन योर स्टडीज, you are not capable to get a good result. Even your personal life, if you will grow in your higher studies, in your higher classes, you will face various examination. If you will not remain consistent for that examination, even you are not capable to get a good result.
True. Consistency is one of the things. Even if you have got a small hammer and a big rock is there, and you hit there continuously for a whole year, and someday that big rock is going to break.
Then only you are capable to break it.
Yes, true.
Otherwise, every time you are going to put effort, and then again you will think, oh my God, why it is not
Completed. Yeah.
So again you are going to face the same problem. So consistency is not an optional thing. If you are going to put effort on a particular subject for a particular topic, so until or unless you are not capable to understand it thoroughly, please don't jump into another topic.
Yes, true. Consistency is very important, as you understood. And now the second thing, what is very important in studies, that a lot of time what happens, that the student forms an approach that is basically that they are jumping on a topic without understanding basics. Let's say that you are in 9th and 10th, and this problem literally you must be facing. This problem we are facing in our classes, that a student does not know the basics. So if somebody is in class 10th, we expect that from that student must have a particular knowledge about some basic knowledge about a subject. But when you don't have the basic knowledge about the subjects, then it becomes very difficult for a teacher or for anybody to convince that what to teach and something, and you will have a lot of problems. And when you don't know the basics, how would you connect? Even the strong buildings are those who have got a strong foundation and strong basics. So I think without basics, there is no point of making a building. So whenever you are going to start subject, let's say that you are having March or something in summer vacation, whatever vacation you have, holidays, you just go through all the basics and make your basics so strong that it becomes very easy for you to connect the subject.
Exactly, sir. Even I was teaching in some class trigonometry. So
yes.
There is one expansion sin theta plus cos theta ka whole square.
Yes, true.
So even sometimes students are not capable to identify it and apply the identity of a plus b ka whole square. So this one is a very basic thing.
True.
And if you are not going to revise your previous classes like class 6, 7 and 8 that
Correct.
contain various identities,
True.
various algebraic expression and their expansion. So you are not capable to expand it in your new classes. And as you will grow in your further classes, it will be added up, sir. On concept, it is like a wall which contain a various brick.
True.
So our next topic is interconnection, because you are dealing with various subjects. Suppose I am taking the example of science. So science basically contains physics, chemistry and biology. If you are capable to connect the physics with mathematics, because actually the language of physics is mathematics.
True.
So if you are driving any formula or you are approaching for any expression, so if you are capable to connect it with your mathematics, then you have a thorough knowledge about that subject and you are easily capable to understand it, and also sir, it will remain in the student minds for the longer period of time.
True.
Otherwise, if you are not connecting the subject, you will learn it, you will mug up it, and as the day will passes, you will forget it.
True.
And the same problem is faces by student day by day. So there should be a capability of a student to connect the subject as an interconnection.
For this same thing, I remember an example. There is, let's say that Saudi Arabia is there or Middle East is there. Now, a lot of countries are dependent upon OPEC countries to get the oil. Let's say that because of some wars, what happened? That in the Middle Eastern country there is a crisis. Now that oil, which is because of the geography, the oil is found in a Middle Eastern countries. And now what will happen? Now because of the economy, the prices of oil will be inflating. So now you can understand that everything from geography, now to take out the oil, to dig out the oil, you will require chemistry, the knowledge of chemistry, exactly. The knowledge of physics, and then only
physics, how the oil is extracted, what are the certain procedures that we will convert the crude oil into the oil that we can use in our vehicle.
Yes.
So everything is connected. It is
Connected.
connected from science, basically from chemistry to economics to geography. Because when it will be exported, sir,
True,
then
true,
you
true.
have to the knowledge of SEZ, Special Economic Zone.
Zone.
So now it will become the subject of our geography.
Geography.
So every subject is
Is
interconnected in itself.
Even-
if you have a capability to connect it, then easily you are capable to get a
Even your body is interconnected. If your mind does not coordinate with your body,
Yes.
then I don't think so you can perform the best. So now the next topic, what is it called? Studying effectively. Lot of question, lot of student in the classes and different places when they meet me, they ask a very simple question that, sir, how much number of hours we should put in? What is the
very common question,
very question
that we
how,
are getting from the students.
how much number of hours we should put in? For that question, I don't have got exact answer. It all depends upon your effectiveness. How much easily you can remember something, how much easily you can remember something. That becomes a very important topic. It is up to you that how much well you are with the subject. Do you have got the basics? Are you consistent with the subject? Everything. Then only it is all about effectiveness. Somebody can study 1 hour effectively and can score
Because, sir,
maximum.
I also want to add one more point.
Yes,
that
of course.
effectiveness of the student can be differ from one student to the
Another
another
student. True.
Because you can't compare yourself, because God make everyone is in a very unique manner. You can't compare yourself with other, because there is a hidden talent of the student that from the very beginning of their classes they are going to compare himself or herself to the topper of the class.
Yes.
So please don't do that. First of all, identify your weakness and even identify your shortcomings and identify your concepts, that in which areas you contain the concept in a very brief manner. क्योंकि हर बच्चे के अंदर कुछ अच्छाइयाँ हैं तो कुछ बुराइयाँ हैं. किसी बच्चे का मैथ्स अच्छा है तो किसी का ज्योग्राफी अच्छा है, किसी का हिस्ट्री तो किसी का लैंग्वेज. तो प्लीज आइडेंटिफाई योर कोर एरियाज, वर्क ऑन दैट, एंड वॉट एवर द वीक एरियाज ऑफ यू, प्लीज go and understand the students
themselves, they are aware that when they open a book, what they are doing, they are thinking something, because your mind can bump 60,000 thoughts in a second. So when you are reading something, just how much effective you are. Are you reading it up, or just you are sitting up and just holding a book? I don't think it is going to help you out. So this is very important.
Our third topic is mind maps. When you are studying something or you are reading something, so you can take a rough paper, a page, a A4 size paper.
True.
And whatever you are reading, it will become in the form of paragraph. Scientifically, it is proven that whenever you are going to read something, it will capture one line or one word at a time. So when you will read from the thorough subject, or you are going to read the whole paragraph, if you are understanding something, please make a mind map. In this mind map, you can take the various shape, and whatever the key points you are reading, please write inside the box and connect it with the help of arrows. So you will get the connection between the concepts. So it will also help during the study, that whenever you are approaching any subject, suppose you are taking a book and you are going to start to read the chapter. It is about suppose government, legislature, executive and judiciary. So please make 3 squares and write all the names, and after that what are their procedure, how they will elect, how they are going to accomplish the things. So with this way, if you are going to prepare a mind map, sir, I am thinking that a student will get a result in more proper manner, and their notes will be more grips, and it will be more fruitful to them.
True, even the mind maps are very useful when we talk about the exams. Some say your exams are approaching and you need something in short that you can revise and produce in your exam. So I think mind maps are one of the best thing what you can use in your exams, and you can score maximum marks. The last topic is your daily targets. Sometimes we are having the approach that we don't make targets, because we all are afraid of targets, so you can say that you can lose your concept. But I think whatever till now I've studied, daily targets are very important, because when you work target wise, you can understand, sir, I will be able to finish my syllabus till October, November, or whatever syllabus. It will be finished up to a particular date, a particular time limit. But when you study without daily targets or something like that, what happened that you continuously lose consistency.
And even you are not capable to accomplish your syllabus, because
Syllabus,
if you are
true.
not contain the daily target, then you don't know how much effort I have to put from our side.
True.
And if this problem will come, then this one is not the problem of the teacher. This one is actually, sir, the problem of students.
True.
Because we don't know how much we have to put the daily efforts, or we don't have any daily targets, then how you are going to accomplish it? So remember that daily target is also a very important aspect.
When you combine all these things, the last things which is very important is your revision.
Exactly. Revision is also very important.
Revision is very important, because if you don't revise continuously, you are going to forget. Be consistent with your revision, then only you can become the best version of yourself.
Exactly.
Now, sir will start with the approaches.
Yes. Suppose here I am taking the example of science. So in science, you already know that we are dealing with basically three subjects. First one is our physics. Then after that, chemistry. And the last one is biology. Suppose you are studying something in physics. So first of all, read the lesson thoroughly. When teacher is going to discuss the subject, so whatever the aspects or whatever the content you are getting, write it in a very crisp manner in your notebook. After that, read the whole chapter thoroughly. With the same way, you will get some important points. Even in some books, some special points are also given at the last of the book. If you are not getting the concept or you are not able to clear the concept, first of all, read the questions.
True.
This one is
Very
known
important,
as
very important.
reverse engineering phenomenon.
Correct, true,
If
true.
you are going to read the complete exercise,
True.
it means whatever the types of question that the examination or examiner can be asked from the student. So
Yes.
if you are going to read such kind of question, then from question you will come into the content. Then your concept or overall study pattern will be clear to you.
True, true,
So this phenomena, that the reverse engineering phenomena, you can apply either in physics, chemistry or biology. Chemistry is all about elements, matters, and basically if we are going to talk about, sir, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry or physical chemistry.
True, true.
So physical chemistry generally contains some parts of differentiation and integration. It will also contain rate of reaction. So these all phenomena is related to your calculus. So if you have a very thorough knowledge in mathematics related to calculus, then you can connect these dots to your chemistry, because maths contain calculus portion, and in this calculus portion there is a various differentiation and integration formulas are there, and this approach will be connected to your chemistry in the form of rate of reaction.
True.
The third one is biology. So sir will explain the further phenomenon of biology, that how you are going to capture the biology.
True. So as biology follows the same object as well, the same objective is with biology as well. When you have got a prior knowledge, if you will see the syllabus of biology, it is connected. Even the syllabus of 6th, 7th, 8th is going to represent in the further higher classes.
Exactly.
So it's all about having the
If you are going to talk about cell,
cell.
then they are starting from class 6.
6, okay, yes.
And
then from that cell only becoming tissue, then this organ
yes.
system, this.
So they
So
are going
whole thing is connected with the system. Now it's more important is your mathematics here. With the mathematics, the approach is what we taught. The most important thing, those students, those who are weak, when I meet them, when we teach mathematics to them, the problem which comes is the problems of basic. The most important problem what I have found till now, because they are not good with basics. They have got the basic numerology problem. They are not good in arithmetic or something like that, because they have not studied very well in their classes 6 to 8. So according to me, if you will ask me a suggestion, then if you are afraid of mathematics, so firstly there's no way to be afraid. But second, if you are afraid, if you are not able to solve, I think you should go and solve the books. For example, you can solve the NCRTs. Afterwards, you can solve some of the ML Agarwal and some books. Now solving all these books is going to help you to build a very strong foundation in mathematics. And after building a good foundation, what you can do, you can bump. And I think, according to what I have observed, it depends upon number of questions. How for each topic, let's say that you are studying differentiation, you are studying calculus, integration, you are studying 3D vector algebra, everything you are studying, even 9th algebra and all. It depends. It is not matter that you understand concept, because you don't have to mug the concepts. You don't have to learn it. It's all about that how much number of questions, how much practice you are putting, and it should be on a daily basis.
Exactly.
Mathematics is not a subject which you can.
Sir, here you are taking the example of NCRT. So one more point I want to add on this topic. NCRT is actually a kind of book that contains every subject or every topic in a form of a story.
True.
So NCRT has told us that what is the application of mathematics in our real life. So if you are going to read NCRT, then thoroughly you will get all the concepts.
It is. I think it is a very important point sir is touching. Without application, let's say that whatever you are studying from LCM, SCF, matrices, determinant, till any part you're studying, mathematics is one of the most having the relevant in your life. It is very relevant, from trigonometry to the buildings, whatever you see, mathematics has a great application. And whatever you solve, you should ask your teachers as well that, sir, what is the application of math, what is the application for this particular topic of the subject.
Exactly, because every topic contains the real application in your real life that can be applied in your higher studies.
It's true.
Second one is the social studies.
Social studies. Social studies is having a very, I think it is one of the very important, or you can say that it is also one of the practical subject. It is very interesting to understand, because whatever is happening around you, from money to politics to the history, it is all connected, and it is the most, because you see that SST has got 3 topics. One is your history, then you have got geography and civics, and the fourth one is your economics. So when you study all these 4 subjects, it is going to impact you in your larger part of your life. Even the prices of petrol to the prime minister, president, and the civics, economics, everything is interconnected. When you start studying, when you are studying something, and when you start asking questions why it is happening, when you start applying critical thinking in all these 4 subjects, what happened that you get a very good grasp ki why these are happening. Even all the answers what is happening around you are
सर जैसे
basically
कि मुझे याद आ रहा है हिस्ट्री में वन ऑफ स्टूडेंट इज आस्किंग सर व्हाट इज द रिलेवेंस ऑफ हिस्ट्री इन आवर लाइफ
Yes.
हम हिस्ट्री क्यों पढ़ते हैं तो व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू रीड हिस्ट्री एक्चुअली यू विल गेट द सोशल पॉलिटिकल एंड इकोनॉमिकल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ दैट टाइम
True.
हाउ दैट पर्टिकुलर सिस्टम इज गोइंग टू रन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट आर देयर इकोनॉमिकल पॉलिटिकल और financial cost.
today whatever systems you are seeing, from your economy to taxation to your IAS or whatever post has been created, the hierarchy, everything has come from your history only.
History only.
So these are very important. You can apply subjects, you can interconnect them, study hard, and it is not about mugging up dates. Like a very wonderful question was there, because of Panipat, lot of dates are there, first battle of Panipat, second battle of Panipat, third battle of Panipat, between Babar, Ibrahim Lodi, and all these things happened. So it is the most important thing you need to understand, is that it is not important that what is the chronology of the Panipat, but it is important that why these battles were happening in Panipat only.
Exactly.
So these kind of questions you need to understand to build a very strong foundation with your social studies.
Last one is sir language. Actually, language means how you are going to connect with others. So
Got
it is actually a very basic things in our life. Basically, because we are dealing with ICSC, so the level communication of our language is English. If you are going to enhance your language or your professional skills or your communication skill, first of all, sir, I think a student can opt a newspaper. Either you can take the help of the Hindu or the Indian Express. You have a habit to read it
True.
thoroughly
True,
from a very first beginning. मैं बिल्कुल समझ रहा हूँ कि स्टार्टिंग में कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा, तो there is no need to understand all the aspects. But what you have to do, you have to start to read it.
Read it, start reading. I think to command the language, a person must be a good reader. And when you read well, you have got a lot of words, so your vocab becomes good, and you can use different acronyms. And afterwards, when you put that in your real life, you become very well with your language. And language is a wonderful subject. A lot of people, I find them very afraid, or they are just mugging it in the end. Let's say somebody is in class 10th and 12th, they are in December, they are starting language and they are learning it and getting marks. But I think if you are good at language, both Hindi and English we are talking about, what you can do, you can just go through the particular topic and take a lot of novels, lot of books, and then you start reading the novels, reading Hindi books, English books. Then ultimately you will have a command very well command over this subject, and you will become automatic, because this is all about your books only. How the books are written, what is simile, what is metaphor, this all the sonnet, William Shakespeare, different types of things. It's all about putting a lot of
And if
efforts.
you are reading a newspaper,
It is going to be
every
very
day you are
helpful.
getting a different types of editorial. They are also talking about the critical thinking, critical things about all over India, all over nation. That what are the economical, geographical, or historical
Reading newspaper is
aspects
wonderful.
that are going on.
True, I
Even
agree
a
with
new
you.
sites is coming, then they are also, according to UNESCO, they are also published it in our
Reading
various-
newspaper is a wonderful habit. In start, it will become very
Newspaper.
difficult, but if you can develop it, you are going to win. Then at the end, I hope you understood the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video was to make you understand that if you have got a particular subject, how to become how to become best version of yourself in a particular field. If you are in this education, the only thing what you need to do is that you should educate yourself. You should be studying very well in studies. And if you are studying in school something, and if you are not putting your 100%, I think it's not good. You should put 100%, adapt different type of strategies, and put them in the real life and become the best version of yourself. So I think we are done for today. So let's meet you in next video with again new topic, and then we will.
We are signing off as the video will come in